Hey friends, my name is Bond. This is Oleg. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Did you think to yourself, seems like the watches are getting more expensive? Well, it's not just you. The watches are actually getting more expensive. Brands like Seiko, for example, are stopping production on some of their more affordable watches in favor of more expensive models. So what's the deal? Why are watches getting more expensive? Well, there are several reasons, and this is a complicated question. Every brand has its own reason why to increase prices. And in today's video, I'm going to try to answer this question and give you several reasons why I think watches are getting more expensive. Let's get the most obvious reason out of the way: inflation. Inflation makes everything more expensive, including watches. But in my opinion, inflation is not the main reason why watches are getting more expensive. I was inspired to make this video after watching an excellent report by CNBC titled "What Happened to Fossil Watches?" I will leave a link to that video in the description below. In their report, they mentioned that the mid-tier price watch category is actually shrinking and it's been overtaken by the biggest watch manufacturer in the world. No, not this one. This one. Yes, that's right. Apple is the biggest watch manufacturer in the world. In fact, Apple alone sells more Apple Watch than the entire Swiss watch industry. Apple Watch sells in that $300 to $700 price category, which traditionally was dominated by designer watches, a lot of watches in the Fossil Group. So this CNBC report talks about creative ways that Fossil Group is trying to battle smartwatches' dominance in this price category and essentially to stay in business. But it's not just Fossil Group and designer watches specifically that are being affected by this smartwatch squeeze. Pretty much all mid-tier watch brands are being affected. Brands like Seiko, Citizen, Hamilton, Certina, and many others. In other words, dominance of smartwatches in the mid-tier price category is pushing a lot of mid-tier watch brands into higher price categories. So that's another reason for watch prices increase. But there's actually one more reason, and the reason that I find the most fascinating. In this video report, CNBC mentions that luxury watch category, watches over $3,000, have actually grown, and it's the only watch category that has grown over the past few years. I find that very interesting. Even though in 2019, Swiss watch industry as a whole sold less watches than the year prior in 2018, the total value of those watches was higher, meaning Swiss watch industry sold fewer watches, but the watches that they did sell were more expensive, which also means that people are preferring to buy more expensive watches, which doesn't make sense. Why would someone spend more money for something that does essentially the same function? Tell time. And this exact question is why I love watches. It's not a rational decision. It's not a rational thing to buy. It's an emotional decision. It's an emotional purchase. Why would you buy any watch in 2021? You don't need one. You have your iPhone. Why would you buy a $3,000 watch in 2021 if, again, time is told everywhere? And to take this question a step further, why would anyone buy several luxury timepieces? Isn't one enough? They are supposed to last you a lifetime, but yet here we are as watch collectors buying several of them. We can all agree that social media is a big driver behind the sales of luxury goods, specifically luxury watches. Not everyone, but a lot of people do buy expensive watches to show off. Before the advent of social media, showing off your expensive watch was kind of difficult. It wasn't very efficient. You had to show off to one person at a time. Hey, check out this watch. Hey, look at this watch. It wasn't very convenient, and also you came off looking like a bit of a dick. Well, now, with the advent of social media, showing off your new shiny watch becomes much easier and, more importantly, socially acceptable. In fact, if you show off your Rolex GMT Batman, for example, you will get a lot of likes, you will get some shares, you will get some comments, a lot of interaction, a lot of love, a lot of support on social media, a lot of street cred, so to speak. And that, of course, feels good. So it's not only easier to show off your watches, but it is more socially acceptable and socially desirable. And again, not everyone, but a lot of people buy watches for this exact reason. Instagram and YouTube is all about hot watches. When I, for example, post a picture of my Rolex, I get a lot more interaction, a lot more comments, a lot more feedback from that picture than I do from a picture of pretty much any other watch. And the hotter the model is, the more interaction, the more likes, the more shares you will get. And the same thing with videos. Videos of expensive luxury watches are getting more interaction, more comments, more views than videos of not such hot popular models. And all of that brings us back to the same question. Why are watches getting more expensive? They are getting more expensive because we want to buy expensive watches and because we do buy more expensive watches. If luxury watches weren't selling, luxury brands wouldn't exist. But because we do buy expensive watches and we want to buy more expensive watches, and it's kind of a wheel that keeps on turning, the more expensive watches we have, the more expensive watches we want to buy. Again, doesn't apply to everyone, but it does apply to a large majority of people. That's why a luxury watch industry is thriving and has a bit of a renaissance period right now. I'm not making this video to shake my finger at anyone, because I too am part of this community. I too am part of the problem, if you will. I enjoy my luxury timepieces and I want to buy more of them. I enjoy learning about them, whatever the reason might be, and I can name a few different reasons. I buy them because of the superior quality. I buy them because of the heritage that they present. I buy them because of the accuracy. I buy them because of the hand finished movement. Whatever the reason might be, the end effect is sort of similar, because I still spend my money on this luxury expensive watch, which drives the industry, which makes them make more expensive watches, and so on and so on. So that's it. That's why I wanted to make this video. I thought it was a very interesting topic, and I thought it was a good way to start the conversation. What do you guys think? Why are watches getting more expensive? Did I miss anything? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I always enjoy reading them. Also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We release new videos every week. Today on my wrist, I'm wearing Zodiac GMT. I did a full review of this watch. That video can be found on the YouTube channel. I will also leave it linked in the description below. Also in the description below, there are a couple of other links. There's a secret link and there's a link to bondnatostraps.com. Take a look if you're curious. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Good job. Oh yeah, use not for the camera. Are you complaining about the watches getting too expensive too? I know. It's getting out of hand.